All right, thanks for joining us, everybody. We are live here at the KFVS Digital News Desk. We've got Brandon Haas with us, organizer with the Muddy River Marathon. Yeah, thanks for being here. We appreciate you being here. Organizer with the Muddy River Marathon. Is that your exact title? What
exact title is co-director. Brian
okay.
Kelpie is my much more intelligent half when it comes to running, but we're both co-directors, and this will be our third year working together.
Sure. Well, that's good.
It's a labor of love.
Sure, absolutely, absolutely. And as you know, we're talking with Elisa last week about just how much goes into it, and the depth and breadth that gets put into it with a year's worth of planning ahead of time. And we're talking a little bit ahead of time as well about the kind of timetables in which people are looking ahead, and you all needing volunteers and when they might be looking at that.
Yeah, it takes, and you might not realize, but it takes over 200 volunteers to pull this off in different areas. Not at one time, but throughout the morning. And the first race will start at 6 in the morning, and the last runner won't cross the finish line till sometime around 1 o'clock. Yeah. And we know that people don't plan. I mean, this is something we run into about this time every year. People don't plan in September of last year, oh, I'm sure I can volunteer on the 29th. So these last 3 weeks are a time where we see volunteers go from probably 20 to 25 to the 200 and 250 that we need, but it's the time that we need to get the word out the most, that we need your help. And it is a phenomenally fun day.
All right, wonderful, wonderful. We're glad to hear these sorts of things that can happen, these sorts of things that we, as a community have the opportunity to get involved with. What do you think of the takeaways, the things that people experience that are interested in volunteering?
Not only do we hear phenomenal stories from the runners every year, people, I don't know if I want to do this, and they do it, and they come back. And we are seeing that, in year 3, this is the first time that we have a pretty steady group of people coming back. But, just the time that they spend, the friends that they meet, I'm not a runner. And I realized very quickly in year 1 the positivity around events like this. And it is just a fun, awesome day. And there really isn't a way to lose. I mean, if you go faster than you did last time, you win. If you win, you win. So just a cool way to be around a bunch of positive people. And then I think Elisa talked about the spring fling. Come volunteer and then hang out that afternoon when it's downtown. So,
sure, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Is this something, how many years has this been going on?
This will be our 3rd.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Do you usually end up reaching your volunteer mark? Is that something you've ever had to run with a skeleton crew?
We've never had a problem. We always get enough people. I don't know that we've ever gotten to the point that we feel like we have anywhere near too many.
Sure.
We're never going to say no.
Yeah.
You get a volunteer T-shirt. I mean, it's a T-shirt opportunity. Yeah, so that's cool.
Absolutely.
So I will end up somewhere, if I had to guess, between 150 and 200, and we would love to have more than 200.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, you may have mentioned this, but as far as getting involved, what do they need to do to sign up?
So the easiest way to sign up is www.muddyrivermarathon.com. And when you go to the website now, give it 2.5 seconds, and a big block comes up in the middle that says, find out more about how to volunteer. And that's hands down the best way for you to sign up for different time slots. Things are broken into time slots. If you want to work longer, sign up for multiple time slots.
Yeah. And I imagine, talking about this as a community event and the way in which it draws people from outside the community as well, and from other areas and regions to look at this event. Can you tell us more about that and how people are impacted?
So we've got over 23 states represented this year already coming to Cape Girardeau to experience this little town that we love, and most of them leave saying they love it too, and a chunk of them are going to come back next year.
That's wonderful.
It's awesome to show Cape off. This is never going to be a 10,000 person marathon like you might see in cities like Nashville and Chicago and New York and Boston. It is a Boston qualifier. You know, I've always used the phrase boutique marathon. We would love to create something that was always between 750 and 1,000 runners from all over the country who, no matter if they run the big races, they want to come back to Cape Girardeau and experience this little community that we call home.
Yeah, excellent stuff. All right, anything else that volunteers would need to know? Anything else to mention today?
I don't think so. You know, bring your courage with you. You know, I mean, there are some places in Cape that we run that we need extra volunteers, and it can be a little bit hairy, but with help from you all, we can make sure that it's safe for our runners,
right,
that it's fun for our runners, that you have a good time, and then we've got the spring fling afterwards, so that we get a chance to say thank you to you for volunteering as well.
Excellent. All right. One more time on how people sign up. Where do they go?
www.muddyrivermarathon.com. Give it 2 seconds. Big box in the middle. Click the button. You're on your way.
All right, Brandon Haas, thank you so much for being here today. Appreciate your time.
You bet. Thank you.
We appreciate our audience tuning in as well. You know, this conversation, getting ready for the Muddy River Marathon. You know, stay tuned with us. We'll be back again here in the near future, I believe, with more of a look ahead and what people can expect. And thanks again, everybody. We're going to turn it back over to Local News Live. Stick around. More headlines and highlights coming up around the corner.